Yeah. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna go ahead and start recording. Is that okay, or do you want to get it?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll edit it to show.
Post it as a video. Should I have a better background than this, maybe?
I think that's a great background. I am at a restaurant bar. Your background is so much better.
I could sit. Oh, I think it's raining outside. I was going to say I could sit outside. You know, I could do it in our little dance space downstairs.
I think this is perfect. This is like your natural habitat. It's totally fine. I mean, because I'm going to post the video paired with your Kickstarter to the article as well, so people will get like the full experience.
Okay.
Did you say your roommate was joining you, or is it just going to be you?
She is on an errand run for our Kickstarter, so she might jump in like halfway through.
All right. Okay, I'm going to split my screen and then open up a document so that I can take notes while we talk. That helps. All right. So why don't we start off by like saying, wow, you have managed to start and cultivate a flow center since 2011. Like, that's a major feat. That's awesome. I know it probably wasn't, like, it's not been easy, and but it's probably rewarding. So why don't we get into a little bit about like why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep the Floasis going on? What is, like, we know what the Floasis is. It's a flow spinner space that has varied workshops, but like, what is that driving passion behind this project?
Well, so Floasis, it's a good question, is why does it keep going? Because we've a few times had like lease renewals and really scratched our chin, like, is this worth it? Is it sustainable? Does it have a future? And it's almost sustainable, and it definitely has a future. And the real reason, you know, I always go back to the people who have learned to spin things, learned to spin fire here, and like how much it's changed their life. When the Ninja Pirates moved out last year and our lease was up for renewal, I announced that it was going to close down, and then I realized like how big our community was and how people in New York City really take for granted that it exists in a place where it really shouldn't, and that if the Floasis didn't exist, we really wouldn't have a legal place to do this. So yeah, it's definitely, like, I think one of the hardest places to do a fire spinning flow space, given our relationship with the fire department or lack thereof, and the cost of living and the state of real estate. But that makes it more imperative for it to happen here.
So to those people who might be, you know, tuning into this, like, the Floasis is in New York City. There's not very much public space, not very much private space to spin fire on specifically. So can you tell us a little bit about the struggles or successes that you've had with making this happen?
Yeah, I mean, we actually really lucked out. We have a great landlord. He really likes what we do, and he understands that we raise the property value of our neighborhood. One of the blessings about where we are is that we're like a little bit of a forgotten neighborhood. It's gentrifying a little bit. We have a good mix of neighbors who don't want to call the cops. Yeah, when I go out to get my mail, my neighbors are like, "Thanks for putting on that show last night," you know, like talking about our spin jam. And it's a total blessing. The neighborhood is changing, and we're starting to get notes from neighbors that say, we are going to call the cops if you're allowed after 10 p.m. weekday again. You know, we've worked around it, and now we're doing like daytime barbecues. Yeah, it's a challenge. People moving in and out is a huge challenge. We have 3 residents that live here. My business, Third Earth Fireproof, is also here, and we've had like a number of other businesses here and residents. And starting in October, our neighbors are moving out, and so we're going to be acquiring the space next door and opening a gift shop. So, you know, we just have to keep up with the rotation of people. And the past 4 years, we've had like 10 other residents.
Wow. So it's kind of like it's an artist living space. Yeah.
Indoors, we have 3 bedrooms, and we have a dance studio in the basement and my sewing studio on the ground floor. And then the backyard is 1,500 square feet of like concrete and steel.
Wow. Okay. So I didn't really gain that understanding from like, I don't know, things that I saw or read, that it's like it's an artist live workspace. That makes it all the more better. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into your July 5th is the deadline for the Kickstarter. If you don't make the goal, do you get any of the money?
No, definitely. We get close to our goal, you know, there are always parents and people who will chip in and we get paid back, you know. But yeah, we won't get any of the money if the Kickstarter doesn't succeed. We are a little over $1,000 into our $6,000 goal. I think a lot of people wait till the last week.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. We just got to keep pushing it.
Of course, like, and that's what we're doing here. We're gonna be pushing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So let's see. Would you like? Are you guys going? So the Floasis isn't just a New York, like this isn't just important for New York City. This is really important for the national community, in my opinion, because you're building the space, you're showing that it is sustainable, that it can work, and you're creating this model for what a sustainable center looks like with this, which is awesome. And that's why one of the reasons why people should support you is because in supporting the Floasis, even if they're in California, they should support the Floasis, because the Floasis can still exist as a space for them to come when they're traveling. Like, you could have a flocation; those things exist.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like maybe a crash space for people that are traveling through?
We do, and right now it's very shabby, but this is part of the reason why we're improving. We have a fire spinner from Alaska who's staying in our basement right now, and he's an amazing sword spinner, and he also like does amazing contact doubles and fishtail everything. And it's actually something that we're missing in our curriculum here, is a lot of contact staff. So he can stay here, he can teach here. And, you know, like staying at the Floasis is like a golden key to like all the social equity that we've built up over the years. So it really helps people with promotion as soon as they get here. And we're planning on in October, when we get the space next door, we're going to build out another bedroom and use it for Airbnb. When it's in between Airbnb residents, it can be artist residents, or people want to come here and do 6 weeks of classes and things like that. We're working on a business plan on how to make it equitable, but Airbnb, you guys know, is a supplement.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. And then I would even encourage like traveling artists to use the Airbnb. Like, oh, do you want, like, you could advertise that as part of it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are what are some of the perks you're trying to offer for the Kickstarter? Like, tell me what entry points are there for people? What incentives do you have?
Well, we've got classes and products. I'm gonna like put it on the screen here.
You have an event too. Like there's an event happening this weekend, right? Where people can pay $15 for the Kickstarter and they get to be part of the party, right?
Yeah, the party is going to be really fun. So Saturday is the Mermaid Parade, which all New Yorkers know is like legendary participatory mermaid fun. And generally when everyone gets really day drunk marching in the sun and all that. So the next day we're having a hangover party. We have an inflatable pool that we were gifted. And just the money for it, and that's part of what the Kickstarter is for. We're going performances, daytime type performances, and nighttime fire performances, and games and all that jazz. There are also classes that people can pledge for, from pretty much every prop. We've got Coop covered. We've got private lessons from Dustin Hubble, Hubble, and fire eating classes from me, yoga classes from Tori, who's our resident yoga teacher.
Okay. Could any of these classes be offered through Skype? Or are they all in person?
A lot of the teachers said they would do local or Skype.
Okay. I'm just asking so that if people can't make it to NYC anytime soon, they can still feel a part of your project.
Yeah. We'll have swag for all.
Because you're a fabulous designer too.
Video. It'll get better.
I'm sorry.
There's always stuff going on here. Lydia lives, and she is wet. Trying to scooch in.
Hello.
This is Poppy.
Hi.
Hi. You're Lydia?
Yes, I am.
Nice to meet you.
Because I'm traveling. I'm here on like.
Oh man, I have like the worst connection ever right now. This is so annoying.
Yeah.
Am I cutting in and out too?
No, we can hear you. We can hear the background noise, but we can hear you.
Yeah. This is what happens when whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. For people who are, we have rehearsal space for rent to use for filming a project, for rehearsing a project, and then swag is great for out-of-towners to represent. Covers. We have stickers. We have T-shirts.
We have tote bags for small props.
Yeah. Nice. Wig covers are always useful things. So are bags. Well, what? I don't know. I need to think of a question again. So Lydia, if you just since you just joined, we were talking about like why the Floasis keeps going and kind of how it does that. And Tara had said that it's really like what keeps her motivated is really seeing the change in other people's lives that this space has brought. What would you say for yourself? Why are you involved? What brought you to the Floasis?
Okay, Cupid. That's fantastic. I actually found very committed via an OK Cupid who brought me. He took a job in San Francisco, and I moved into his bedroom. I actually started out in science, sharp left turn towards teaching English, and the reason they did that was because it gave students to really do what they wanted. Right? And sort of the same reason the West had graduate theater too. It gives people tools. Then they can pursue this as a profession, they can pursue it as a hobby, they can pursue it as meditation, for health, for anything they want. It gives them this more control body and agency.
Floasis has helped bridge a lot of gaps. When I travel around in cities where professional gigging is really the thing with fire performers, there's always this, and
There's always a what?
There's always a riff between the rival performers as well as hobbyists who enter the performing circuit. There has, before the Floasis, there were appointed fire games. There were performers doing a lot of name calling about underbidding and things like that, and no real forum for people to discuss. Even when I first opened the space, some people come by because they're supporting this other performance for me, and we've held very consistently open-minded free events every week, if not every other week, for so long. And when pros need so just and it's given a lot of the pros an opportunity to see what the are into, which is actually more educational. So
Maybe that is good for people.
Yeah, and stuff that they had never seen before. So there's been a lot of reading of the mind in ways that wouldn't have happened before. And now I'm personally working with flambeau fire production from the fire department, and a legal fire Benjamin, and that became no longer in the gray area.
So did you just say that you helped put on an all legal fire show in New York City?
That's one of our goals right now. I'm hoping that by year, surprisingly, because right now you can only get a permit if you want to perform in front of a live audience.
Audience is
Oh, I keep having trouble understanding you because we're cutting in and out. This is so crappy. I'm trying to think of a solution at the moment.
it seems like a little bit choppier.
Yeah, I half of the great conversation was pretty much lost. Okay. Can you guys do a little test again? Just spin the words. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to call you on the phone, and we're gonna have to mix the video, and then I just have to take really, really good notes.
Okay. We could try it speakerphone.
Yeah, we can go on speakerphone. Is there an app that records phone conversations? There must be.
There has to be. I'm looking it up right now. App to record phone conversations. I should have done this before. Call recorder free. Android.
Right, well, while we figure this out, I'm gonna go get some more paper towels and dry myself off from residual rain. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tara, that I'm not
right.
more on top of this. I think call recorder by Floasis. Bold Beast.
Okay.
is what I'm gonna have to download. Because yeah, I'd like to be able to have a recording of it. Anyway. I can call you back if you want to like shoot me a message with your number. That way we don't have to. I mean, it's fine. I don't mind. I'm awkwardly staring at each other while we eat and while I try to find it.
Yeah. If you're not gonna be able to hear it later to write it down, then.
No, it was so choppy.
Yeah.
So not optimal. So I think I should find Gold Beast.
Yeah. This is my number.
Yeah. If you can do it in the Facebook, that'd be great. Because I have easy access to that.
Oh.
Got it. Okay, there it is. Sweet. I'll give you a call in about 5 minutes.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Talk to you then.